Alright, so today we're going to be doing a what relic should you make, because you know the deer and the bird relics are the drops are being ×2 drops, so you know maybe people don't know exactly what relics to make, or etc etc. And yeah, we're going to be going through all of them. I have a few tiers right here. Some of them are for the free because they're for the collab units. I'm assuming that all the ReZero units are going to get relics and they're all going to be free as well. So just make sure you get those, which they will be coming in about a few weeks now. I still have the hiccups. It's been like 30 minutes and I still have it. And then obviously I'm not going to be ranking the wolf relics. The only ones I have are the Ragnarok Diane one and the Green Zeldris one. I don't really notice a difference from Green Zeldris' relic, to be honest, and Ragnarok Diane's is exceptional. I love it, but I'm not going to rank it because it's a wolf relic and most people won't have it anyways and you can't really farm it. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop and put on in. Alione's, I think, is a decent relic. If you don't know, he just decreases the hero's damage taken from enemies by 40%. If his taunt was an actual good taunt, it might work, but he's just a for fun unit. You know, I did really well, but he's just a for fun unit. Not Excalibur, just base Arthur in general. All 4 Arthurs get it: the red, green, blue, and then the SR blue one. Lowers defense related stats for 20% for 1 turn, and then the next turn it resets again. So it can work with Brunhild's passive, it can work with Mono's passive. It's just a really exceptional relic in my opinion. I think it's a really good pick. The only problem is that Arthur himself isn't that great. Other than that, I think it's like a top tier relic. It's really good, and it's a gray debuff or a red debuff, so it does work with Ludo as well. When it first dropped, it was like a bug or something, and it didn't work with Ludos, but it does now. So if you have an exceptional team with insane CC, you could probably run both and just still absolutely clap. Now Ragnarok Bond, it's a bond other than Purgatory Bond. The only reason you would use it is just for CC. It's extremely bad. I can't even remember what it was. Brawler Bonds is increases the hero's damage dealt by 25%. You ain't doing more than like 100k with a rank 3, to be honest. It's pretty bad. And then Nunchuck Bond, if a critical strike occurs, increases attack related stats by 10%, limit of 5 times. No, a hero's attack, not even attack related stats. Pretty bad. Also, if you guys are curious, I do have every holy relic besides like the demon relic, so I have used most of them, but I just kind of forgot what a lot of them do because a lot of them are really bad. Like a lot of them are just unusable basically. It's unfortunate. Wish the newer units didn't get relics and the older units got exceptional relics to make them usable, but yeah, it's just unlucky. Purgatory Bond, every single time a unit dies, what was it? Increase his max HP by 15%. Really good. Honestly, I still think it's a must make. It's extremely toxic in PvP. If he comes down to the back, gets that rank 3, just one-shots your entire team, or gets an ultimate and then one-shots your entire team. I still think it's probably one of the best relics. Maybe low a must make or just top a good pick, but like it's still a really good relic in my opinion. Brunhild, basically it just allows her to only have 1 debuff on her. It's pretty tricky to work around if you're using an Esterosa team and you have a Sigurd, because his debuff will remove the encroachment if you do it. If you have a Sario Link, a green Sario Link, it removes encroachment. So I think it's a really good pick. I don't think it's a must make, but I still think it's one of those really top tier relics because it's just super toxic and kind of annoying to deal with, especially because of the Ragnarok Diane relic, where you can only take off 50% of their max HP per attack, so it's pretty toxic. Blue Easton's is, or just Easton in general, the base is increase the hero's attack by 10% of all enemies attacking PvP. In 4v4, I could feel like it's very good. I'd say it's probably a must pick, but herself is pretty bad. So, I mean, I guess it's useful. It's probably good for... Is it only PvP, actually? I read the wrong one. It is only PvP, so it doesn't work in Guild Boss or anything like that. So, I mean, I guess it's alright. You could probably put it in bad, to be honest. But yeah, her recovery rate is increased by like 30%. I do believe is what it is. A lot of them are just like really bad, and I can't even remember what they are. But it's just a bad relic. It's a bad holy relic, to be honest. It's kind of unfortunate. Eastern Authority, if the hero uses a skill to deplete the enemy's ultimate move gauge, the hero recovers 10% of diminished HP for each bullet removed. That's even worse. Never mind. Blue Elaine. I believe it's just every time a fairy uses a skill, applies a shock debuff, if I'm not mistaken. And I can never find them. They're just completely, like, hidden. I love it. Golden Elaine increases all... it increases all enemies' damage taken while having the shock debuff. Oh, so I'm thinking of her passive. So, I mean, I think it's a pretty good relic, but, like... Elaine herself just isn't that great, unfortunately. I don't really like her too much. She's, like, alright, I guess. But yeah, I'm trying to find a good place for my OBS. I'm just gonna hide my OBS. That's what I can do. There we go. Ellie I'm pretty sure she is a horrible relic. I've never seen it, like, ever. Literally, like, ever. It's probably terrible. Ellie increase the hero's basic stats by 30%. Oh. Okay. Probably useful, but like realistically the only good Ellie is the red one, and she's like a Guild Wars unit only unit, so unlucky. Goddess Liz increases her shield's HP or whatever it was by 10%. It's pretty bad if I do remember myself. The shield the barrier value by 15%. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, especially because Goddess Liz is just a bad unit overall nowadays. This Liz increases all HP related stats by 15%. I think it's definitely very useful. Probably a good pick as well because she's a very good unit for wolves. So, you know, that's also a pretty big W. So like beating floor 1 and 2 is pretty doable with her. Floor 3 is just a nightmare. Don't even try. Escanor, like, he ignores 30% of defense in PvP, I do believe. Just gonna try to double check all of these realistically. If I can read the names, my god, this spreadsheet is horrible. Yeah, 30% of enemy defense. It's honestly, I just think it's bad. I just think it's bad. I don't even think it's useful. Like, I think it has like no use in the entire game. Red Escanor increases the hero's attack by the percentage of defense by 50% of the hero's defense at the start of the game. It's worse than the ones. It's worse than the ones, to be honest. Like, Green Escanor does, like, maybe 100k with a rank 2 against the blue unit. It's pretty bad. Gurheed, okay. I didn't know that we were playing around this time. She has a... It's decent, but she's bad. It depletes 2 ultimate orbs from the ultimate move gauge of all enemies at the end of the turn when an ally hero defeats an enemy during PvP, or during combat, whatever it says. Yeah, basically... It's like a Guild Wars unit relic, so I'm just gonna put it bad. If you're in Guild Wars, she's probably needed. But other than that, I just don't think it's that great. I already know Guild Thunder is a dog shit relic. I already know it's horrible. Like, I think he increases like crit defense and resistance, and I think I said crit defense twice, and for every ultimate gauge orb, and then at the max of 5, he gets another 20%. Horrible. Honestly, Gothers is just CC as well. It's a terrible relic. It's a terrible relic. I believe every single time you use a rank up skill, because it's a non-damageable debuff or buff skill. Like, it has to do damage. I mean, it has to do damage. Or is it just buff? It might actually just only be buff. Like, they cucked this man so hard. Holy increases the ally's basic stats by 1% every time the hero uses a buff or debuff skill, limited 10 times exposed PvP, deathmatch, or debuff attack skill. So it has to be the blue Gother debuff, basically. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Festival Gothers, I actually know what this one is because I actually use it. Every time you get max passive or ultimate gauge, I mean, you increase your attack related stats by, God, was it 15? I'm pretty sure it was 15. Dude, I don't remember any of these passes, I swear. By 25% for 2 turns, and it's a gray debuff, so it's really, really good. It can't get removed or cleansed or anything. I guess removed because it would be a buff, not a debuff. Greenmore, I'm just going to say it's bad. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I want to speed this video up, and it's just terrible. Dude, we still have so many to go through. Oh my god. Helbram, I believe just increased all fairies basic stats by 20% or something along those lines. It's decent, but he's bad. Yep, fairy raised allies by 20%. It's useful, I guess, but he's bad, unfortunately. Hauser, you're bad. You increase like pure strike, crit chance, and crit damage per ultimate gauge orb. Oh my god, I can't talk. Dude, I'm just stuttering because I need to go to bed. It's super late and I have hiccups. Like, this is just not a good day. This is just not a good day. And it's hot. I'm sorry, I turned the fan on. I'm dying. I hate this room, dude. The PC, my lizards, they're cooking. They're cooking me. Fat Kings increases all the heroes' relics. Hero stats by 3% for every debuff effect on the enemy. I mean, that's decent, I guess, but King's a bad unit, so therefore bad. Blue King, his like attack gets stronger, I'm pretty sure. Increase the hero's damage up by 80% when attacking debuffed enemies. This should have been on like King. This should have been on like this King, not this King. Bad, because he has no good damage. This King, I haven't used the King in ages. Inflicts bleed for 2 turns when the hero deals damage with an AoE attack skill. I think it's pretty useful. It's definitely a pretty fun team. Realistically, I think I would put these two down here. Just like not really useful, but they're really fun. They can work, so you could definitely put them up in useful, I guess, just so that people that like this team don't get mad at me. You are dog shit. I'm not even gonna say what you do. You are they did not want Pierce's team to come back. Blue Lilia increases basic stats per debuff on the field. I think it's a must pick. I think it's like one of the best ones in the game, to be honest. OG Ludo, I think his relic is still a good pick, simply because if you do run the OG Ludo team, you run CC food, it cucks like half the team, it literally cucks 90% of the units in the game. Because he's like top like 20 CC unit in the game. Absolute like minimum is what he is. He's probably higher than that, but I can't remember his actual CC off the bat. I'm pretty sure he hits like 67k with his relic. Or is it 65? No, I'm pretty sure it's 67. Yeah, with level 100, it's 67. 67.5 or something. So he still out-CCs quite a few units. He out-CCs the Estarossa team, especially because he has a Droll link, so that's really, really good. And with Droll getting a relic, his CC goes up. He's a pretty good unit. I mean, he just one-turns a lot of teams. It's pretty fun. Margaret, I think her relic is useful. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's probably the only bad angel relic, realistically, besides... Besides, like, the random Liz ones, like the Goddess Liz and stuff. Those are just dog shit. I don't count those. Those are just terrible designs. Marmus, okay, it's just for fun. Let's be real. Ult Rush teams, just kind of a fun team. If you don't know, he just started with 5 ultimate gauge. That's about it. Matrona, isn't it just increase Giant's basic stats by 25%? Yeah. It's a wolf relic. My bad. I completely forgot that she's only a wolf relic. Magelda must make easily the best bird relic in the entire game because you can farm relics with her. So, I mean, it's just kind of like, would you rather make a unit that helps you in PvP or one that makes you farm relics for the rest of your entire life? I mean, yeah, probably a no-brainer. Merlin, I'm pretty sure you increase unknown damage up by 30% or something. Merlin, wish I could actually see this. Like, dude, there's just no, you can't read this shit. Unknown race damage up by 35%. She could be a good unit later on down the line, since we are getting ReZero rerun, and they're gonna get Holy Relic, so maybe we'll get a huge DPS. You can slap her in the back, or who knows, maybe Ram will still be better. We don't know, but I think it's a useful relic, probably like the bottom, kind of like backed by like Helbram, you know. Like, all these just increase basic stats, so it kind of makes sense that they're all by each other. Summer Merlin, I believe she just decreases the enemy's HP based off attack or something. Decreases all enemies' max HP by the value of 100% of the hero's attack. I think it's a good pick. Summer Merlin's an extremely good unit as well. Lolly Merlin, I believe, just does an extra 20% if they're debuffed, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, if you attack a debuffed enemy, extra 20%. I think it's a good pick. She's a pretty good unit, especially because a lot of the units in the meta are blue now because of Estarossa running around, so not many people are running Diane. If you run into a Diane, though, good luck. She ain't winning. Mono, every time she crits, she applies a corrosion debuff. It's pretty good, but unfortunately she's just like fallen out of the meta. Like, she wasn't ever like top meta, but a full catastrophe team back in the day, like back before Rimuru dropped, was extremely frustrating to fight, I can't lie. Maybe around when Diane got the Tarmiel link, then it was probably like really unbeatable, to be honest. Roxy just increases her CC. I think it's a shit relic, especially for a unit that doesn't need to out CC anybody, so it doesn't really make any sense. I don't really understand it. Sariel in PvE is an absolute fucking god. He is insane. He farms bird, he farms deer, he destroys any like guild boss content, he destroys any final boss content. I think if you like doing the PvE activities, I think it's a must make. This Sariel farms PvP. She destroys any blue unit in the game. She makes Esterosa a B word. Like, he just does nothing to her. Like, it takes him like 2 spin moves with the encroachment to kill. Like, the Angel team is so broken. I cannot highly recommend this relic enough. If you're a Sariel hater, I guess you can drop them down to good pick, but I think it's a must make out of my experience. Shin, just a farmer unit, the green one. The red one is pretty mediocre. Sigurd, what was it again? He like steals. In PvP, increases the hero's basic stats by 25% of the enemy with the highest CC at the start of the battle. So it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty useful one. Probably even like good pick, because Sigurd is like a really good unit now. You are just garbage, I'm sorry. Honestly, no, not even for fun. You're just a terrible unit. It looks cool, but you're bad. Slater, I've never used Slater in PvP. Just in general, I have never used him in Guild Boss. I haven't used him in anything. What does he do? Like, I've just never liked Slater too much. I can't find him on here. I'm just gonna assume it's a really mediocre relic, and I'm just gonna say it's in bad. 1 second. Alright, yeah, it's pretty bad. Basically, if you crit, you increase your attack by 15%, up max of 3 times. Pretty bad. Alright, moving on, Blue Tarmiel. I actually like Blue Tarmiels. Not the greatest, but decreases allies' damage taken by 30% when in a stance, and increases damage dealt by counters by 30%. I think it's a pretty good pick. If you're running the full Angel team, you can run him backline, and it's really good. I gave him HP defense gear, and you still have really good CC. Tarmiels, I think it's just a good pick. I don't think it's must make, but it definitely is pretty helpful, but usually most people use them a link. But basically, it's like Green Drill's passive, where he seals ultimates for 2 turns. Pretty good. Twigo increases HP and HP-related stats by 30% and applies a taunt, I believe. So, I mean, it's a pretty good pick, and it's an R unit relic, so pretty easy to make. Valenti, if a unit dies, you increase your ultimate orbs by 4. I mean, it's pretty bad, I can't lie. Like, her ultimate doesn't hit too hard, especially against units nowadays. I don't know. It's okay. Yours is even worse though. I'm pretty sure if a critical strike occurs, she increases like pure strike and crit chance and stuff. And who cares? You're bad. Zarathustra, you work in PvP. Cool. That's it. Anyways, comment down below. Is there any of these that I got massively wrong? If it's like 1 tier, just let me know. Like, yo, I think that this is actually like a must make. I think this is actually a good pick. And I'd be like, how dare you say this about my favorite unit? But yeah, and also if I missed any, I definitely could have. But yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting ReZero relics. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully they're at least decent and brings back like Rem. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Rem in the meta because she's just a DPS. If we saw freaking Amelia absolutely broken meta beyond busting, you know, I'ma just cry because she's an annoying freeze unit and I would like her to die. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care. Have an amazing day and peace.